Imagine trying to perfectly plate this like really delicate Michelin star dish, but right behind you, the kitchen is literally on fire. You wouldn't be able to keep your hands steady.
Definitely not. No way.
Right. And that is exactly what it feels like sometimes for healthcare professionals running a private clinic right here in Malaysia. Welcome to today's deep dive, where we are exploring that exact feeling.
Yeah, that's a perfect image to start with, honestly. Today, we are looking at the everyday realities of private practice, specifically through the experiences of Dr. Lise Chet, a psychiatrist based in Penang.
And this is all from the book Joe Mindful Gym Now, right?
Exactly, Joe Mindful Gym Now. And our mission today is really to explore how practical, compassionate tools can help you manage everything from intense medical crises to, well, just really frustrating office malfunctions.
Because he deals with some super intense situations constantly. Like,
Right.
I mean, a patient having a severe panic attack with tremors right in his office.
Oh, absolutely. Or, facing a very angry father who just completely refuses to let his son get help because of the stigma surrounding mental health.
Yeah, those are heavy, heavy emotional burdens. But what makes his story so relatable to, well, to you listening is that while he is managing those major clinical crises, he also has to deal with the mundane chaos of just running a
The
business.
everyday stuff, yeah.
Right, like the Wi-Fi goes down, or the printer runs out of paper, or there is literally water dripping from a leaky roof in the clinic.
Exactly. And the crises and the mundane annoyances, they're happening at the exact same time.
Wait, I have to play devil's advocate for a second here, though.
Sure, go ahead.
As a medical professional, shouldn't you just focus entirely on the patient? Like, let someone else worry about the Wi-Fi. Why do we need mindful tools for a leaky roof?
Well, because emotions are highly contagious.
Yeah,
And we really only have one emotional battery.
just one battery for everything.
Right. So if that leaky roof drains your energy, your body automatically goes into a stress response. You are holding tension.
Definitely.
So when that angry, resistant father sits down in front of you, you simply won't have the patience to handle him gracefully. The mundane frustrations, they actively sabotage your clinical care.
Oh, wow. So it really is like the chef analogy.
It is.
If you are furious about the kitchen fire, your hands will literally shake while you plate the food. The everyday chaos directly impacts the quality of your work.
Precisely. And this is exactly why Dr. Lee uses very specific tools to protect his peace.
Like what kind of tools?
Well, for example, when a patient is having a full-blown panic attack, instead of, immediately rushing to prescribe tranquilizers, he guides them through mindful breathing.
Oh, right in the office.
Yes, right there. Mindful breathing and body stretching.
That is incredible. I mean, it makes a lot of sense because it naturally calms their nervous system down without immediate medication.
Yes, it does. But maybe even more importantly, he has tools to manage his own nervous system between appointments.
Okay, how does he do that?
He uses something he calls the mindful stop-P.
The mindful stot P.
Right, so before he opens the door to greet every single patient, he takes a deliberate pause. He breathes and he smiles.
Wait, it sounds simple, but how does just stopping and smiling actually help when, the printer is still broken?
It's because it interrupts the brain's default stress loop.
Ah,
Yeah, that brief pause gives your nervous system just a few seconds to hit reset and flush out the tension. It literally stops the frustration of the broken printer from bleeding into the next patient's session.
so you are actively choosing not to pass the stress along.
Exactly. You protect the patient from your stress.
That changes the whole atmosphere in the room, I bet. And he also makes it a habit to thank his patients, right? I read that he thanks even the ones who are resistant or really difficult,
He does, yeah. He thanks them for their trust and just, their effort to show up.
just for walking through the door.
Right, because expressing genuine gratitude actually softens people's defenses. When a patient feels appreciated rather than judged, it builds this very tender, trusting relationship over time.
It really highlights how our energy impacts the people around us. Like, if stress is contagious, a calm, grounded presence is definitely contagious too.
Exactly. And it reminds us that the mundane annoyances,
The broken Wi-Fi.
yeah, or the leaky roof, they drain our emotional battery just as much as the heavy clinical work. We cannot just ignore them.
No, we have to actively manage them because taking that pause to breathe or finding a moment for gratitude, it doesn't just protect your own peace of mind, it actively improves the care you provide.
It really does. So to wrap this up, we have three main messages for you today. First, stress is contagious, but a calm, grounded presence is too.
Right. And second, Everyday frustrations, like a broken printer, drain your emotional battery just as much as those big clinical challenges.
Exactly. And third, simple tools like pausing to breathe and expressing gratitude. They protect your peace and improve the care you provide.
Which brings us to our call to action for you. Before your next patient or your next meeting walks through the door, just take a deliberate, mindful stop, pee, and smile.
Just one pause.
Yeah, it's a small step, but a powerful one. And as you go about your day, we want you to reflect on this. What is the recurring leaky roof or mundane annoyance in your own daily routine?
And how can you meet it with a bit more grace today?
It really makes you wonder, if a simple pause can diffuse so much tension, how much of our daily exhaustion isn't actually from the hard work itself, but from the friction we carry between our tasks?